whilst money was the main motivation at the start, I slowly found out as I grew a team that I was actually more enthusiastic about the team's progression, and that's what motivated me, and that's what motivated my company, and that's what motivates me to get up in the mornings as well. To till this day is more how can I affect the bigger grand picture of what we're in right now.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
So how would you like to achieve your first million? And today we're connecting with Alex from London. We are so happy because 80% of our guests are coming from United States, and it's very rare that we have an entrepreneur from London in our show. So Alex, welcome. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, Harry, thank you for having me. Lovely to meet another Londoner.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. I'm so happy to have you here,
I
man.
know what are the chances. So yeah, my name's Alex. I'm the founder of Inonda. I started the company in 2017. It was off the back of a sales career, so I've been in sales since I was 18. I'm 35 now, so time flies when you're having
All
fun.
right, look very young.
Oh, thank you. But yes, you're too kind. I started the company off actually being in sales in the exhibitions and events industry. So much like yourself, I was jet setting, flying
Hey,
all
yeah.
around different locations that you'd not normally go to. And it gave me a lot of experiences. I got to work with SMEs, I got to work with enterprise types of businesses, understand how they do marketing, how they go to market. And I understood that at the time, digital was a force that people weren't leveraging as much as they could be. And that's kind of what made me start in Onda. We started helping companies with LinkedIn. And then over time, we started seeing opportunities to help them grow beyond LinkedIn, help them with their sales process, help them go to market, help them create offers that stood out from the noise that is out there. And that's kind of led me here today, Harry. So I'm looking forward to it.
But Alex, but why if you have a career in sales and here in London they pay good money to the people with your skill sets, yeah?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did you decide to become an entrepreneur? You have very comfortable life here and doing your events, you do your things and selling, you make good money in this country if you have this skill. So why you give away your security to do something really risky to have your own business?
That's a very good question, Harry. That is an awesome question. So I think the reason why there was two different reasons, right? So when I was at the end of, let's say when I started in Onda, I was in sales, but I didn't enjoy it
Oh,
actually.
you work for Honda?
No, no, no. I worked for this company called Informa, but at the time, I'd
Ah,
been in sales for 7 years, working from company to company, and I got to a point where I wasn't happy in the sales environment. I wasn't enjoying it, and I decided that I would start one last company. I'd started two companies before they didn't go too well, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it one last shot. I'm gonna do this, and if I'm gonna do sales, it's gonna be for myself. And
wow.
yeah, that's what caught me well, that's what drove me to make that decision, right? And what I discovered through that journey of starting my own business is that I actually love sales because in business you get to work in operations, finance, you know it. You get to work in every type of vertical and you wear many hats. And what I found is that I love to speak with people. I love to understand them and hear more about what they were doing and become more of a consultant and an advisor. And I think that was the missing piece that I was more of an order taker and I wasn't pushing myself as much as I could be. And I think business forced me to do that. So it forced me to level up my sales ability. And from that, I also discovered that whilst money was the main motivation at the start, I slowly found out as I grew a team that I was actually more enthusiastic about the team's progression. And that's what motivated me and that's what motivated my company and that's what motivates me to get up in the mornings as well to till this day is more how can I affect the bigger grand picture of what we're in right now. So I think to answer your question, I think being able to take control of my own destiny and have it how I want it is the reason why I'm not going into a sales role, and I'd rather do this myself and help other companies build their sales teams. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, but thank you so much for sharing this. I really appreciate that not so many people, are vulnerable and share things that you share. Number one, that if you started a couple of business before that it didn't work, we all have been there.
Hmm.
If I tell you all the business that I have done, that I failed, and how much money I lost, you will start crying.
Yeah.
I will depress you right now, so we're not gonna go there. So it's part of the journey, yes. Yeah, until you find. I remember I opened a restaurant in Brick Lane. Yeah, I call
Oh
it Happy
wow.
and Stop, and what a nightmare. Yeah, I even put the name right and call it Lola or Pepe. I decided to call it Spanish and put my name. That is Harry. That I look more British. Anyway, it was a mess. I lost 200,000 pounds. It was a
That,
disaster.
that
And
that's a tough game though.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
So, boy, when,
hospitality
when I
business.
get things wrong, I'm doing, So, but I discovered out of this process, I learned more about business in this restaurant
Mm,
than actually in the business that we have property. We have things here in London that make us millions. Do you understand what I mean? So
100%.
sometimes the other day I was in a conference, you won't believe, and one speaker was saying, no, you know what, guys? I have a friend that has opened four business and he failed in the four business. You shouldn't invest in this friend because common sense, track record. And I'm looking at the guy and I said, man, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If this guy already tried four times and he failed and still is keep going and the thing, introduce me this guy. This guy, we only need to put him in the right track. This guy want to make it no matter what. Where is this guy? What are you talking about? No track record or investor? What you talking? Nobody want this guy. Give it to me for goodness sake, because it's so strange to find people with this drive. I just need to put this guy in the right track, man. It's already fired up already. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes you listen people saying things, and probably that they never have a business before, they never been a business before. They read in a book and then go out and do conference. And one thing is to talk about business by reading a book. Completely different is about actually doing it. Make sense? So
Yeah, no. One of my friends actually, a very good friend of mine, and he's more motivational than even he knows. And one of the sayings that he came out with out the blue, and it stuck with me ever since, was that the amount of people that even try in the first place is very little. The ones that keep going is even smaller. So from you just to keep going, it puts the odds in your favor because there's very few people that actually continue. So your friend who,
absolutely.
fell and keeps going, I think that is a testament to perseverance and
Alex,
resilience.
that big character. That's why we almost have almost the same surnames, that big
That's
character.
it.
Failure's big character. But also, Alex, tell us a little bit more about the other day, I cannot mention the name. I was speaking with the sales director for a tech company,
Mm,
and the guy was telling me, Harry, you won't believe that the company hasn't shared with us yet our commissions. And it's a tech company. You're talking about, a lot of money. Yeah. And so a sales team that can sell the clients, the contracts are 1 million plus. Yeah.
well,
And I'm like, man, who are these people managing this? My salespeople in my company, they are gold. I just tell them, what do you need? Are you okay? Do you need red carpet? Do you need the taxi home? My goodness. It's the same people. You need to put the red carpet to the same people. This is the nature of the whole thing, and the other thing, the company is when something goes wrong in the company, oh, let's cut budget in sales and marketing. I'm like, what? How do you think this is gonna end up? If you're not doing well and your first decision is to cut the budget in sales and marketing. So what message you have, Alex, for these people there that they are managed big organization? You've been in there. We're not gonna mention them, but you also have worked in big organization here in United Kingdom or whatever, and the salespeople, which is actually the blood of every. business, right?
Mm.
They sometimes are the last thing in the whole thing, and I don't care. I'm gonna take my time to decide how much commission I'm gonna pay him extra. And I'm like, man, you say people doesn't work like this. So what message do you have for the people out there that doesn't take sex seriously and don't motivate the same team?
That's a yes, again, you're hitting them out the park here, Harry. I'll break this down because this is a very interesting point. So in terms of the sales team, you need them motivated. And just let's go back to the concept of sales. So sales has allowed me to keep the business running, right? Because with the ability to generate leads and make sales, that means no matter your back end and your product, you have time to improve it and build upon it and enhance it, make it better. If you don't have that functionality on the front end, then it's going to fail as a business. But sales buys you time because sales is cash flow. Cash flow is lifeblood to the business,
Absolutely.
right? And and you know what, to your point, I've heard of and I know people who have been in even more interesting and fascinating situations where they've overperformed in companies and been let go. So imagine that going over
Oh,
target.
he said,
And yeah, so
that's
that's
why, man, you need to help. And now I understand why you open your own company. Now I get
yeah, well, yeah, maybe that's the case, Harry.
it.
But I think it's very important that you do motivate sales teams and sales individuals and team members in general. But what I found from working in bigger organizations that I think that they could lend or understand a bit better is just the culture. So I think as you get a bigger company, it's very hard to replicate a culture of a small business because you are very intimate. You're working together. It's not cutthroat. You're in it together. And I had a really good, interesting chat with Royal Marine, someone that had been there, done that, and that's life or death situations.
Mhm.
And he always, well, he spoke about the importance of team, and it's not about one person, it's about the team unit performing together because you can achieve and accomplish so much more together than you can singly.
Mhm.
So I
Exactly.
think, yeah, it's difficult. I mean, at that level, you should be paying out some ridiculous commissions.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. If you're a small
Absolutely
business, like there's different parts to it. If you're a small
different.
business, you need a team that is going to help you and stick with you through thick and thin and see the longer term vision. And in all instances, there needs to be some reward that is out there, and the reward can come in many facets. And yeah, money is definitely a big one, but just being appreciated in your role, being recognized as
Mhm.
well. These things are really important, I think. And one
Mhm.
story I have is that I was the youngest sales rep in an organization, and I was the only one to be promoted from telemarketing to sales, and they gave
Oh,
me these exhibitions. And I remember 1 month there was 40 sales reps, all senior sales reps that have been there for 10 years. And I'm this young kid that comes in and I didn't know what to do really, but I was just hammering the phone and I had my work rate on level 10 and I hit target and I was the top performer for that month. And I got a little trophy and that trophy meant a lot to me. It was plastic.
absolutely.
It was for
Recognition.
me. Yeah, yeah, it was a piece of recognition that sometimes money can't replace. And I think that's something that you need to balance, right? You need to have both in abundance in your organization, and that's what's going to help your team grow. And I think a happy sales team is a happy business, in all honesty. So
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.